Hello students, very good morning. So we are learning the chapter Is Matter Around Us is Pure. In the previous class you have learnt about distillation and one method of fractional distillation. In today's class you are going to study about separation of components of air. Students, and you also know that air is a homogeneous mixture, right? It contains gases like oxygen, carbon dioxide, nitrogen and argon and so many other gases. So it is a mixture of gases. So how can we obtain different gases from the air? So now I told air is a mixture of gases, and now how can we obtain different gases from the air? By this fractional distillation process we can separate desirable gas from it. So if we want oxygen gas from air, so we have to separate out all the other gases present in the air. The air is compressed by increasing the pressure and decreasing the temperature. In the previous class you have learnt about CNG, compressed natural gas, right? So there what we have did, if we want to compress the gas means we have to create high pressure and a low temperature. So if we want oxygen, we have to follow the same principle. So when we allow the air in this tube, so here there will be filter which filter the dust or any small dust particles. So the air when enter this pressure area, so now air is under high pressure. Okay, ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ ಈ ಟೂಲ್ಸ್ ತುಂಬಾ ಪ್ರೆಷರ್ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ ಏರ್ ಮೇಲೆ. ಸೊ ಈಗ ಏರ್ ಈ ತರ ಮೂವ್ ಆಗಿ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಗೋ ಟು ದಿಸ್ ಟ್ಯೂಬ್. Okay, so the pressured air will go to this chamber with the help of this tube. Okay, here they have fixed a spiraled glass tube. Okay, so here the freezing cold water is moving. So I told, so now the air is under pressure. So if we create a low temperature, freezing cold water means low temperature, right? So now high pressure and low temperature can convert a gas into liquid. So that when the air comes here, the air will cool and this will move to this area. Cold compressed air will move to this area. So here there will be separator. So due to this less temperature, all the carbon dioxide, okay, this carbon dioxide will move out in this separator chamber. So carbon dioxide ಈಗ ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಬಂದಿದೆ with in the form of dry ice. Okay, dry ice, it is a solid carbon dioxide. So if you have seen in a dance shows or in any old movies, so it acts like a fuming agent. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಒಂದ್ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಫೋಮ್ ತರ ಅಥವಾ ಫ್ಯೂಮ್ಸ್ ತರ ಬರ್ತಿರತ್ತೆ. So it is carbon dioxide is out as a dry ice. So from the separator here carbon dioxide is removed and other gases like nitrogen, argon and oxygen is come here. So here it is a expansion jet. So when this air move here, so here distillation, so since the gas is compressed, it become a liquid. ಈಗ ಈ ಏರ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಲಿಕ್ವಿಡ್ ಆಗಿ ಕನ್ವರ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. Here the liquid air is present. So from this liquid air, so this liquid air come to this fractional distillation column. So when you heat this fractional distillation column, so the argon and nitrogen will evaporate. Since it is a liquid, they have their own boiling point. So at their boiling points, this nitrogen and argon will evaporate through this tube and the remaining only oxygen. So this oxygen we will get it in the form of liquid. So now, so liquid oxygen is there. So it is collected in the another chamber. Now liquid oxygen is separated. Okay, now when on heating this liquid oxygen, they can convert this liquid into gaseous state. So by this fractional distillation process, we can convert air into different gases, right? So here we removed carbon dioxide in the separator. In this fractional distillation column, we remove nitrogen and argon. The remaining oxygen is collected in this chamber. So this is about separation of components of air. Students, now we'll learn how can we obtain pure copper sulfate from an impure sample. Okay, in the china dish, take some amount of impure sample of copper sulfate. Okay, in a china dish, dissolve it in a minimum amount of water. You should dissolve in a water. So filter any impurities or any dust. If it is there, it can be filtered here. So filter the impurities out. Evaporate. You have to set up you have to set up the apparatus like this. Okay, take a tripod stand. On that you have to keep a wire gas. So on that so you have to keep a beaker. In that you have to take water. So then you have to boil. So at the mouth of this boiling beaker, you have to keep a china dish. Here we are not directly heating, indirectly we are heating. Okay, so you have to evaporate the solution. So after all the water is evaporated from the copper sulfate solution, what you will get crystals. Okay, copper sulfate crystals. All the water will evaporate, only copper sulfate crystals will be remain. So here when we washed, all the dust particles or any other impurities are filtered, and when you boil, the water is evaporated. Now we got a pure sample of copper sulfate crystals. Okay, this is called as crystallization. Okay, this process is called as crystallization. This crystallization method is used to purify solids. For example, the salt we get from the seawater can have many impurities in it. You also know that, right? To remove these impurities, the process of crystallization is used. Even for getting a pure salt from a seawater, so they'll use the same process, crystallization. Okay, crystallization is a process that separate a pure solid in the form of its crystal from a solution. Okay, ಈಗ ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಇಂದ ಸೊ ಅದು ಕ್ರಿಸ್ಟಲ್ಸ್ ನ ಒಬ್ಟೈನ್ ಮಾಡೋ ಪ್ರೋಸೆಸ್ಗೆ ಕ್ರಿಸ್ಟಲೈಸೇಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. Crystallization technique is better than simple evaporation technique. Okay, so simple evaporation, you know that, right? So we did in the previous class evaporating the ink, right? So some solids decompose, or some like sugars may get charred on heating to dryness, and due to that simple evaporation technique, some impurities may remain dissolved in the solution even after filtration. On evaporation, these contaminates the solids. What are the applications of this crystallization? So purification of salt that we get from the seawater. Okay, that is one application. And next is separation of crystals of alum. Okay, crystals of alum from impure sample. So by choosing one of the above methods, according to the nature of the component of a mixture, we get a pure substance. So with advancement in technology, many more methods of separation techniques have been designed. So it is purification of water. It is a reservoir. It contains impure water. So from here, the water will go to sedimentation tank. Here all the granules or any sand particles will be settled here. Sediment means so all the heavy materials like stones or small dust, so all these are will deposit here. So the upper layer of the water will go to the next tank here, that is called as loading tank. So to sediment the suspended impurities, suspended andre so water li small particles, dust particles ellanu illi settle agutte. So from here the water will go to the filtration tank. Students, you have to remember one thing, our soil acts as a filter. Okay, so if you pour water, it will be absorbed by the soil, right? And our soil has so many sizes alva, so different soil have different sizes. So in the filtration tank they've arranged, so first they'll put coarse gravel, means some big pebbles. So on that they will add gravels, small stones ತರ ಇರುತ್ತಲ್ವಾ ಅದನ್ನ ಹಾಕ್ತಾರೆ one layer. So on that they will add so fine sand, very fine sand. Okay, that becomes a filter tank. So from the loading tank, water will move to this tank. So here, as I told, water acts as a filter. From the small pores of the fine sand, the water will go down by layer, and the filtered water will be go to this chlorination tank. Okay, in this chlorination tank, so this chlorine kills the any bacteria is there in the water. Okay, from this chlorination tank we can directly use it to so different household works, for example washing clothes or vessels, so like that. So this is the purification of water.